This video will show you how to replace the engine oil and filter on a Pontiac Grand Prix with a 3.8 liter engine. Make sure you have 4.5 quarts of clean 530 oil and an oil filter. Let's get into it. Okay friend, let's get started on our job. Now a quick note, we will have to make our way under the vehicle, so make sure you're in a safe area to do so. Up under the hood, we want to remove our engine oil cap. Looking at the oil cap, you can see exactly what type of oil to use, 5W30, 4.5 quarts. After removing that, I'm also going to remove my engine oil dipstick. There we are, we'll just lift that up and out of the tube. Now at this point, we can pause under the hood, and we're going to have to make our way safely under the front of the vehicle. Now as we make our way under the front of the vehicle, we can see our engine oil pan and our transmission oil pan. We need to make our way to the drain plug. We're using a 15mm to remove our drain plug. Of course, we have a collection receptacle under the area so we can collect and recycle all fluid and hand and eye protection at all times. When you do remove the drain plug, the oil might come out at an angle, so just keep that in mind. I'm just going to divert that oil down into my collection receptacle. Now we can remove the drain plug. We'll clean this down and give it a thorough inspection. Replace it as necessary. Now obviously it's your vehicle. You can wait as long as you deem fit for the oil to drain. This can take a while. Make sure you clean the surface and reinstall the drain plug. As far as the drain plug, we're starting it in. We're going to snug it up. The torque for this is 22 foot-pounds. Go ahead and clean any mess in this area so you can double check for leaks in the end. Now that we have the drain plug torqued, we're making our way towards the passenger side for the engine oil filter. So as we make our way up above the passenger side control arm and subframe, this is where we can see our engine oil filter. We'll use a medium-sized oil filter wrench. Start unscrewing this. Keep in mind there could be oil in this area. We have our collection receptacle under here. I'm just going to let that drain for a second. This is going to be slippery. I want to prevent it from falling and potentially getting in my face. And now we'll drain this into our collection receptacle and dispose of it properly. Now prior to installing any brand new part, of course we want to make sure we clean and inspect our mounting area. So we're looking at the oil filter base. We'll give this a quick wipe and a close inspection. Confirm there's no pre-existing gasket or debris in this area. I'm just going to use a clean rag, no detergent. Now let's have a close look at our brand new oil filter. We're going to prime it with some clean 530 oil. Going directly in the center port, and then a little bit up along the edges there. We'll take a gloved finger and go along our gasket. This is going to help as a lubricant. In the future, it's going to make it a little easier to remove the oil filter. Let's get this over to the vehicle. Let's get our filter in place, lining it up with the center. Once your filter makes contact with the base, continue tightening it an additional 3/4 to 1 full turn. This can be done with an oil filter wrench if necessary. Double check to make sure that's secured in place. Clean any mess in this area so we can double check for leaks in the end. A little bit of parts cleaner, we'll wipe it down. One last quick inspection in this area, we can make our way out from under the vehicle. Now we're back up under the hood, we're at the oil fill. I like to use a funnel in this area. Now when I start adding my oil, since it's 4.5 quarts, I'm adding 1/2 quart first. After that, I'll just continue on with the next 4 quarts. Here's our last quart here. Remove the funnel, install your oil cap. The next thing we have to do is start the vehicle. Once you've run the vehicle for approximately 10 seconds, turn it right back off. When we're on a flat level surface, we're going to check the engine oil level using our dipstick. Now I've run the vehicle, I'm on a flat level surface. We'll remove our dipstick. There's something I want to show you here. So now while we're looking at this, we can see several small circular dots. In between those dots, there's a bunch of hatched lines. We want to have our engine oil level at approximately the top dot in those hatched lines. If for some reason you're above that level, you've added too much oil and you need to drain some out. If you're a little low, just go ahead and top it off. Let's check the engine oil level. I'm going to reinstall my dipstick and re-remove it. We'll have a close look. As you can tell, my oil level is perfect. And now we'll reinstall our dipstick. Make sure it's secured in place. Now at this point, we need to make our way inside of the passenger compartment so we can reset our engine oil life monitor. To reset the engine oil life monitor, we're inside the passenger compartment. We're going to turn the key 2 clicks to the on position without the vehicle running. Now we're paying attention up in the center of the dash. Now as we look at our screen, we need to make our way to where it says oil change reset. So I'm using the info button. Engine oil monitor system. As you can see, it tells me to press the enter button and hold it to reset. Looking at this, it tells me that I have been reset properly. Now at this point, we can turn off key power. Okay friend, we finished our job. Now the next thing we have to do is close the hood. We're going to take the vehicle for a road test and of course double check for any leaks. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.